As we just spoke, I'm a bit of an oddity. I come from academe. I most recently spent 20 years as a professor at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. But I was a bit of a non-traditional academic. I first, and let me say very importantly, that I built and led a nationally ranked MIS program. I'm very proud of that. But as part of that program, I also built and led a service delivery organization staffed by 180 students. And we did primarily application development for Fortune 500 companies, but every year we would carve out about 10% of our portfolio to work for nonprofits and governments. So I did about 40 to 50 projects a year. 4 to 5 of those were for state agencies. So I got to know the leaders of the state. And then, in addition, about 5 years ago, when Governor Bentley first took office, he and the legislature both crafted work groups to give them advice on how to improve IT in the state. I served on those work groups. I was actually the only person to serve on both work groups. And as one of the biggest recommendations that came out of both work groups was to establish a cabinet-level Office of Information Technology. And then, so through all of those mechanisms, I became known to state leaders. And when my predecessor, Brunson White, decided that he needed to move on for personal reasons, my name came up. And of course, I think the common story is when Governor Bentley asked me to join his team, how could you turn that down? It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I would have regretted it had I not taken it. My vision, our team's vision, is to become a strategic, trusted partner as the agencies deliver their important services to the state of Alabama. When I heard the term innovative, I took a step back because honestly, I can't say that what I'm doing is tremendously innovative. It's pretty common sense. The first thing is building trusted relationships with our partners, because we can't act alone and don't act alone to accomplish our goals. The second, this is a challenge, but it's a laser focus on our priorities, to not allow ourselves to get sidetracked. And then finally, the other approach would be a bias towards action. It's easy to get caught up in creating a perfect plan, but what I've found over the years is an adequate plan, well executed and then adapted as you go along, works a lot better than a perfect plan or an ideal plan that's delayed putting it into place. Well, what I hope I can report to you is that the ERP upgrade that we have underway is rolled out to all the agencies, and not only rolled out, but the agencies are actually using it to their advantage. They're taking advantage of the features that it provides. I would want to report to you that we have a NIST-based enterprise-level security program in place and in use. And I would also like to report that I understand this is a pretty basic fundamental goal, but we're not there now, is to have a comprehensive knowledge of, visibility into, and assessment of all of our technology posture throughout the enterprise. Going back to the vision, the top 3 priorities. One is reducing risk has to underpin everything that we do. So all of our priorities, all of our drivers are founded on that, reducing risk. On that kind of foundation, I would say that improving collaboration among the agencies, sharing of resources among the agencies as they go about improving their technology position through our guidance and assistance. That's a top priority. And then enabling excellent service delivery, enabling excellence in proactive service delivery so that our agencies can then in turn serve the state of Alabama and its people. You also asked about the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge, I think most IT folks in the state of Alabama would agree, is making sure that our IT staff and our IT leaders have the knowledge and the skills and the rewards to make sure that they are poised to help us accomplish our goals.